Good morning, students. Till now we completed 5 chapters. Those 5 chapters comes under physical chemistry. From physical chemistry, mostly we face numericals in CBSE level. So we have to focus on numerical part in physical chemistry especially. From here, we will not face any numericals in any chapter. But from here we face equations. Hereafter every chapter contains equations. We should practice and we should understand the equations. Then only we will be able to write the equations in exams. So the first chapter here, that means in inorganic chemistry, this is from here these chapters comes under inorganic chemistry. In inorganic chemistry, in class 11 chemistry, we completed groups. That is 1A group, 2A group, 3A group, 4A group. 3A group, 4A group comes under P block elements. 1A group, 2A group comes under S block elements. So in 11th class, we completed S block elements and 2 groups in P block elements. Now the chapter name is P block elements. In P block elements, we have to complete the rest of the chapters. That is 15th group, 16th group, 17th group, 18th group. Then groups part will be completed in inorganic chemistry. So the first chapter in P block elements in 12th class chemistry is 15 group elements. In 15 group elements, these are also called 5A group elements because in these elements, the valence shell contains 5 electrons. That is why these are also called 5A group elements. So what are the 5A group elements? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These are the symbols of respective elements. These are the atomic numbers of respective elements. And these are the electronic configurations of respective elements. From this electronic configuration, we can say one point, that is general electron configuration is Ns2 Np3 because they are having similar outer electronic configuration. That is why the general electronic configuration of these elements is Ns2 Np3. Because of presence of 5 electrons, this is also called 5A group. Next, these are also called nicogens. Nicogens, here P is silent. Nicogens means sophisticating cations. Sophisticating cations. What is the meaning of this point? They are not readily to form cations. They are not readily to form cations. That is why those are called sophisticating cations. That is also called simply nicogens. So 5A group elements are also called nicogens. Next, occurrence means availability. Nitrogen is more available in atmosphere and occupies 78 to 79% by volume. That means air contains 78 to 79% nitrogen. Nitrogen occupies 75% by weight in the earth crust in the form of nitrates. That means these are the minerals. So what are the minerals? Chili saltpeter, formulas NaNO3. Bengal saltpeter, that is also called Indian saltpeter, that is KNO3. Norwegian saltpeter, that is CaNO3 twice. That means what are these? These are the minerals of nitrogen. That means nitrogen occurs in the nature in the form of these compounds. That is the main point. That is the meaning of this one. It is also available in proteins, amino acids, plants and animals. Next, in this group, phosphorus is the most abundant element. In this group, phosphorus is the most abundant element in the earth crust, and it is the 11th place among all elements. In this group, it is first place. Phosphorus is the first place, but among all elements, it is 11th place. It is available in the form of phosphates. So these are the minerals of nitrogen. These are the minerals of phosphorus: fluorapatite, chloropatite, phosphorite rocks. Next, it is most essential element in plants and animals. Which one? Phosphorus. Phosphorus is the most essential element in plants and animals. 60% calcium phosphate is present in bones and teeth. 80% phosphate is present in bone ash. Next, arsenic is available in the form of sulfides in the earth crust. Arsenic is available in the form of sulfides in the earth crust. Next one, general properties. You know already general properties. Atomic size, from top to bottom atomic size decreases. So nitrogen is having less atomic size than phosphorus, which is less than arsenic, which is less than antimony, which is less than bismuth. Physical states: nitrogen is a gas at room temperature, phosphorus is a wax solid, that means solid, but it is having waxy nature, and the rest of arsenic, antimony. Sb means antimony, bismuth are solids. Next, metallic, non-metallic. Nitrogen, phosphorus are non-metals, arsenic, antimony metalloids, bismuth is metal. Next, melting point, boiling point. This is very important point. Among all these elements, highest melting point is arsenic and highest boiling point is antimony. This is very important point. Among all these elements, arsenic having more melting point, but bismuth having high boiling point. Next, atomicity means how many number of atoms present in substance. Nitrogen having 2 atoms, that is why it is used to mention with the N2. Nitrogen diatomic, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony tetraatomic, bismuth is monoatomic. These are the atomicity. Here one more question is there, that is why nitrogen is diatomic and phosphorus is tetraatomic. Why nitrogen is diatomic and phosphorus is tetraatomic? That means nitrogen exists in nature as N2 and phosphorus exists in nature as P4. Why? That is the question. Due to small size and able to form multiple bonds, nitrogen exists as in diatomic state. That means compared to phosphorus, nitrogen having small size. If an atom having small size, it is readily to form multiple bonds with same atom, so that nitrogen having multiple bonds. But phosphorus having large size compared to nitrogen. If an atom having large size, it cannot able to form more than one bond. That means it cannot able to form multiple bonds, so that phosphorus is tetraatomic. So due to large size and cannot able to form multiple bonds, phosphorus is exist in tetraatomic state. So this is the structure of phosphorus. This is the structure of nitrogen. Nitrogen contains triple bond, phosphorus contains single bonds. The total number of bonds in P4 is how much? 6. How? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Total number of lone pairs in P4 is how much? 4 lone pairs. This is one lone pair, this is one lone pair, this is one lone pair. So total 4. The covalence of phosphorus in P4. Covalence means number of bonds formed by an atom. Number of bonds formed by an atom is called covalence. Take this phosphorus. This phosphorus forms how many bonds? This is one bond, this is one bond, this one bond. Like that, every phosphorus form 3 bonds in P4. So its covalence is 3. Covalence means number of bonds formed by an atom. We should not consider all phosphorus atoms. We should contain only one phosphorus atom, any one phosphorus atom only. So what is the covalency? 3. Next, this is the definition of covalency. Valency. The common valency of these elements is 3. The common valency of these elements is 3. I told you already in 11th class, that is what, when if group number is more than 4, then common valency is calculated by 8 minus group number. If group number is more than 4, then common valency is calculated by 8 minus group number. This is 5th group, so 8 minus 5, 3. Like that we can say that. So the common valence of these elements is 3. In NH3, the valence of nitrogen is 3. How can we say that? Here nitrogen is bonded with 3 hydrogens. In NH4 plus, nitrogen bonded with 4 hydrogens, so that its valence is 4. The maximum valence of nitrogen is 4 due to absence of vacant d orbitals. while the remaining elements have more than 4 due to the presence of vacant electrons. We know that nitrogen electron configuration is what we discussed already. See, 2s2 2p3. The rest of all elements having d subshell 3d 4d 5d. Here also d subshell is there, but here 3d subshell is vacant 3d 0. So what is the point here? Due to the presence of vacant Dr plus, they can form more than 4 bonds, but nitrogen cannot form more than 4 bonds due to absence of vacant Dr plus. Next one, oxidation states. This is important topic. The common oxidation state of this group is +3 and +5. That means most of the elements exhibit +3 and +5. Nitrogen and phosphorus, they exhibit -3 oxidation state also due to their non-metallic character. We know that already nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals. That means they are ready to gain the electrons, so that they exhibit negative oxidation state, that is -3, along with +3 and +5. Next, the stability of +3 oxidation state increases down the group, and the stability of +5 oxidation state decreases down the group due to inert pair effect. This is very important point. That means down the group +3 oxidation state increases. That means what? They are ready to exhibit +3 oxidation state, but +5 oxidation state decreases. That means what? They are not ready to exhibit +5 oxidation state due to inert pair effect. Bismuth is more stable in +3 oxidation state than +5 oxidation state. In case of bismuth, bismuth is present at the bottom of the fifth group. Here what is the point? +5 oxidation state decreases. So in case of bismuth, in +5 oxidation state it is less stable, but in +3 oxidation state it is stable. So what is the point here? +3 oxidation state stability increases, but +5 oxidation state stability decreases. So these are the points regarding valency and oxidation states. Next, there are some more points. See, hydrates. Hydrates means when these elements react with hydrogen, they form hydrates. The correct definition is what? The binary compounds in which one of the element is hydrogen is called hydrates. The general formula of hydrates in this group is MH3, where M is 15th group elements or 5A group elements. So what is the formula? NH3, PH3, ASH3, ASBH3, BH3. NH3 called ammonia, PH3 called phosphine, ASH3 called arsine, SBH3 called styrene, BH3 is called bismuthine. So these are the compounds when 5A group elements reacts with hydrogen. These are the compounds formed when 5A group elements reacts with hydrogen. Here there are so many important points are there. These points are very important in CBSE level as well as in competitive level. These points are very important. Listen carefully. First, take solubility order. That means among these hydrates, which is having more solubility. See, if the size of the substance is very less, its solubility is more. That is basic concept. I repeat once again. If the size of the substance is very less, then its solubility is more. So among all these compounds, nitrogen is very small size. Automatically it is having more solubility. Ba is more size, automatically it is having less solubility. So the order is what? NH3 greater than, PH3 greater than, ASH3 greater than, SBH3 greater than, BiH3. So more soluble is NH3, least soluble is BiH3. That's all. So what is the reason? From top to bottom electronegativity decreases, the MH bond polarity decreases, and solubility decreases. So of course this is also one of the reason. From top to bottom electronegativity decreases. If electronegativity decreases, then bond between MH bond polarity decreases. That means bond polarity means tendency to break the bond between M and hydrogen decreases. Automatically solubility decreases. That is also one of the reasons. Simple reason is if the size of the atom increases, solubility decreases. Size of the atom decreases, size of the substance decreases, solubility increases. Next is stability. From top to bottom, size of the atom increases, bond length also increases, then bond energy decreases, hence stability decreases. This is very important point. In previous case we discussed about solubility, now we are discussing about what? Stability. How we can say that stability is stability? From top to bottom, size of the central atom increases. If the size of the central atom increases, then that atom forms more bond length. If bond length increases, bond energy decreases. If bond energy decreases, then stability also decreases. So in case of nitrogen, bond length, atomic size is very less. But in case of bismuth, atomic size is very more compared to these elements. That means between bismuth to hydrogens, bond length is more. If bond length is more, bond energy is less. If bond energy is less, automatically stability is less. So here also same order, NH3 is more stability than pH3, which is more stable than NH3. So among all these, NH3 is more stable and BH3 is less stable. So these orders are very important. You have to remember the orders. These orders are very, very important. They may ask these orders in one mark question, or they may ask these orders in competitive level also. Next point, reducing nature. Reducing nature means tendency to lose hydrogen atom. Tendency to lose hydrogen atom is called reducing nature. We know that from top to bottom, atomic size increases. If atomic size increases, bond length increases. If bond length increases, bond energy decreases. Bond energy decreases means that bond readily breaks. If that bond readily breaks, then those molecules readily to lose hydrogens. Then reducing nature increases. I repeat once again, from top to bottom, atomic size increases. If atomic size increases, bond length increases. If bond length increases, bond energy decreases. If bond energy decreases, then those substances readily loses hydrogens. If those substances readily loses hydrogens, then reducing nature increases. So from top to bottom, bismuth atomic size increases, bond length increases in this case compared to previous cases. If bond length increases, this substance readily loses hydrogens, then it is having more reducing nature. But so in case of reducing nature, NH3 is very less compared to pH3, it is very less compared to ASH3. So like that, this is more, this is less. This is regarding reducing nature. Next, basic nature. How can we say that here basic nature? All are having lone pair of electrons in their central atom. All are having lone pair of electrons. If they readily loses those lone pair of electrons, that means if they readily give those lone pair of electrons to other substance, then they are having more basic nature. Then which readily give those lone pair of electrons to the other atom? The atom which is having less size, which readily give those electrons to other substance. So reason, as the size of the central atom increases from top to bottom, the lone pair of electrons occupies more space around the central atom. Then tendency to donate lone pair decreases, so basic nature decreases. That means from top to bottom, atomic size increases. If atomic size increases, those lone pair of electrons occupy that space, then automatically those substances cannot give those lone pair of electrons to other substance. If they are not ready to give lone pair of electrons to other substance, then they do not, their basic nature decreases. So among these compounds, which is having more basic nature? NH3. And which is having less basic nature? BaH3. That is about basic nature. Next, bond angle. In case of bond angle, NH3 is more bond angle than PH3, which is more bond angle than ASH3, which is more bond angle than SPH3, which is more bond angle than BH3. Why? Reason is what? From top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Then pure orbitals are involved in bonding instead of hybrid orbitals. This is the reason. Bond angle means what? Angle between two adjacent sigma bonds, that is called bond angle. From top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Why? Atomic size increases. If electronegativity decreases, then what happens? Hybrid orbitals cannot involve in hybridization. Then pure orbitals only involved in hybridization. Then automatically bond angle decreases. So that NH3 having more bond angle compared to other compounds. So that is the reason behind that one. Next, boiling point. Boiling point, every time remember one point. Boiling point depends on two factors. One is molecular weight and one more is hydrogen bond. Boiling point depends on two factors. One is molecular weight, one more is hydrogen bond. If molecular weight increases, boiling point also increases. If molecular weight is very less, if the substance contains hydrogen bond, then also that substance having more boiling point. I repeat once again. If the substance having less molecular weight but the substance having ability to form hydrogen bond, then the substance exhibit more boiling point. See, among all these compounds, BaH3 having more molecular weight compared to all compounds, and NaH3 having less molecular weight compared to all compounds, so that it should have less boiling point, but it has more boiling point compared to PH3 and SH3 because NaH3 contains hydrogen bonds. Among all these compounds, this compound only exhibit a hydrogen bond. That is why this compound having more boiling point compared to these two, not compared to all. NH3 having more boiling point compared to PH3 and SH3. What is the reason? NH3 exhibit hydrogen bond. Ammonia forms hydrogen bond, so it has more boiling point than expected. Next, volatility. Volatility means what? Tendency to evaporate. Tendency to evaporate. That is called volatility. So between boiling point and volatility, inversely relation is there. If a substance having more boiling point, that has less volatility. If a substance having less boiling point, then that it will have more volatility. So between boiling point and volatility, inversely relation is there. What is the definition of volatility? Tendency to evaporate. So here BaH3 is more boiling point. That means it is having less volatility. That means it does not readily undergo evaporation. So order is reverse. Exactly opposite order compared to boiling point. So more volatility is pH3 and less volatility is pH3. So these are all regarding hydrates. So this is about introduction of 5A group elements.